All right, we are back for the fourth year of the same interview. And holy smokes, I'd say so much has happened this year in my life, like this past year, versus all the other years. Like it's wild. Okay, so I'm about to hit you with a lot of stuff. So what is my name? My name is Nate Peterman, of course. What is today's date? Today is January 8th of 2026. I'm a little bit behind on this video, right? Life definitely has happened to me with being a husband and of course being a father, right? To um, just two great kids. One being almost 9 years old now, which is my stepdaughter, and then my son, which is about 6.5 months year old, 6.5 months old now. So yeah, where do I live now? I still live in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. How many Instagram followers do I have? I think 53,000 and some change. What is my most liked photo on Instagram? Still the Victoria Justice one. What is my favorite food right now? Favorite food right now, I'd have to say is, yeah, there's this really great shrimp. It's from Farm Boy. It's called Alabama shrimp. So I actually had this last night. Alabama shrimp with roasted Brussels sprouts and basmati rice. I'm on a bit of a diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, so that is within my diet restrictions, but I'd say that's my favorite food right now. Who's the most famous person in my phone? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have no idea. What is the biggest thing to happen in my career? In my career, honestly, just helping people. That's probably my biggest thing right now has just been helping people and having a couple businesses, to say the least. What is most important to me right now? Um, my health, definitely getting my health in a better place than where I'm at right now, um, is important. I just found out after all these years of the unknown for my health that I have Lyme disease. And that's definitely been a bit of a challenge for myself that I've had to maneuver a little bit around by doing certain protocols. Typically, you have to have a different diet. So that's why I have an anti inflammatory diet. And I've done some plant medicine to try to help. So I'm hoping that I can get better pretty soon. So that's definitely probably the most important thing to me, besides family, of course, and always making sure that my businesses are prioritized as well. Am I more confident this year compared to last year? Absolutely. I think confidence is built brick by brick, and confidence, I feel I feel a man gains more confidence when they are, for one, married, and two, when they have a child. I think their confidence increases a lot more. Do I think I'm successful? Absolutely. I'm successful with what it is that I have right now. That's having a family and those that are in my life. But I feel like that I can keep continuing to get more success within my career. How would I define being more successful next year? Being 1% better than where I'm at right now. How often do I get recognized in public? Not that often. What is the biggest thing I'm struggling with is work-life balance, for sure. That and my health. Work-life balance and my health is where I'm struggling and where I'd like to get better in. What is my ultimate goal this year? So for 2026 is just to be better than where I'm at right now. Just to be better within my business, be better within my health, to grow my marriage, to grow my role as a father, to make my kids better than where they're at now, and just to be present more. I'd say that's my ultimate goal for this year, as well as, yeah, just continuing to further my career with Simba Marketing, with the Asclepius movement that I have with my business partner, Anthony Finocchio. And yeah, life's good, but it could always be better. Perspective on the world. What is the biggest event in the news right now? I mean, there's a lot of events going on right now, but I'd say the biggest event right now is, in my eyes, they just reshaped the food pyramid, RFK Jr., the Trump administration. So now, instead of bread and all these carbohydrates being at the top, they reversed it to where it's at the bottom. And at the top, you have fats, animal fats, proteins, vegetables. And that's how it should have been all along, in my opinion. And there's a lot of research studies coming out where you actually get rid of a lot of these diseases and a lot of these health conditions since now it's reversed. So that's what I look forward to the most. And then, of course, they just reversed a lot of the vaccine agenda where a lot of these vaccines aren't really necessary. And that's always something that I've been a big believer in, especially the more that I researched it, is these kids getting pumped with vaccine after vaccine. And then you wonder why these rates such as autism and ADHD and the list goes on with why they're at an all-time high. Now, again, do your own research, and this is just something I've been a huge advocate on is that. So it's probably some of the biggest news right now in the world. What trend am I over right now? 6'7", 6'7". These kids are always saying about 6'7". Man, I'm so over that. What is my favorite book right now? Man, to be honest, I haven't really read too much over the last year. So my favorite book right now, man, oh man, and I don't really have one that comes to mind. I mean, yeah, I can't answer that right now, and I'm not going to force it. What is the biggest rumor about me? Ooh, I have no idea. I don't have any, at least that I know of, so that's a good thing. Do I have a girlfriend? I have a wife. Yes, I've been married for since April 2nd of last year, so it'll be coming up on a year here pretty soon. Would I be happy with one? Yes, I am happy with one. What was the lowest point of my year? Lowest point of my year. Hmm. Of last year, I guess you can say. Yeah, I'd say just the trials and tribulations of being a dad and being a husband. It's not like there's no blueprint on it. Every husband, every dad goes through their own stage of life, and there's growing pains with that. So I definitely went through a lot of my big fair share of growing pains with my wife having to be off work and then me having to provide a bit more financially in that side of things. It's a bit of a struggle. I'd say you could say I was definitely a bit of a low point for me. But I understood the assignment that was at hand, and I'm very grateful for that. Because again, low points can create your high points, so you always want to remember that. Who is my best friend? Uh, I got two of them. Harris Namisevic, known him since 8th grade, and then my business partner Anthony Finocchio. Those are definitely my two best friends. What is my favorite movie? My favorite movie, yeah, I feel like my yeah, The Godfather is one of my favorites. I love Rocky. Yeah, so many great films I feel that are out there. Man, I watched just finished watching the Squid Games. Not the Squid Games. Stranger Things. I watched Squid Games last season, which was great last year. Stranger Things was really great. Watched Breaking Bad. I thought that was incredible. I know those are TV shows, but yeah. So what is my favorite color right now? Gold. Do I feel pressure? I do. I do. I feel pressure to really get to where I need to be. Is there anything that annoys me right now that didn't a year ago? Yeah, not having as much time versus what I did a year ago. That annoys me the most, is not being able to get enough done in the day versus when I could. And having to be in more areas versus what I had to be a year ago, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it annoys me. It frustrates me. What is my favorite music artist at the moment? Got to go with the Bieber. What app do I use the most? Say it's a mix between Instagram and ChatGPT. What kind of car do I still have, or do I have? I still have the 2021 Tesla Model 3 Performance for now. Okay, for now. If I still have it a year from now, I'd be kind of shocked because I need a bigger vehicle. What advice would I give myself a year ago? A year ago. I'd say, Nate, you have no idea what it's going to be like to have a newborn child, and you have no idea what it's going to be like to be a husband. So, with that being said, give yourself more grace. Be patient with yourself. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right. You don't know what's going on within your body yet, but now you do. Okay. But understand the moments where you feel frustrated are the moments where, there's beauty and bliss, right? And then what do I want to say to myself in a year? In a year, I want to say, Nate, you have come such a far way, and you are doing so great within your career. Things are going a little bit further than where they have been in a while. Your businesses are becoming more successful. You have a 1-year-old, you have a 9-year-old, and they're developing very well. You have a very fruitful relationship with your wife, and it continues to grow. She has a very prosperous salon, and you guys don't necessarily have to worry as much on how things are going to work. So, yeah, what else do I want to say to myself in a year? Nate, you're going to be, I think, in a better position than where I think you can imagine yourself right now, January 8th of 2026. And here we are in January 2027, listening to this. So keep being present, keep staying consistent. And then man, I don't know what else to say. I'm going to be a lot better than where I'm at now. I'll tell you that. So anyways, I hope this makes sense. Um, there's a few other questions, and I got ChatGPT open right now. So what did I avoid this year that cost me momentum? It's a really great question. What did I avoid this year that really costed me momentum? I avoided a routine, like a consistent routine. And that's something I want to tweak. I avoided that, and I avoided me time. That's the thing. When you have a child and when you're married and you're required in a lot of areas, you tend to forget about the me time that you need, right? Especially when you're struggling a little bit with your health and having this Lyme. So having me time is what I need to get back. What belief did I outgrow? I don't know. I can't really answer that right now. So, yeah, those are it's got a couple other questions. I just not trying to get too deep into it. So, again, this is the 4th year interview, and it's crazy. I know the first year was in LA, second year was in Pennsylvania, third year was in Canada, fourth year is in Canada. So yeah, that's the latest. I hope you guys enjoy this. I look forward to looking back at this and seeing my growth. So